Well, hello everybody. Hello Laka, how are you? Welcome back. It's been a couple of days. I had a very busy weekend and a day yesterday of going seeing my son, and then we've also, in addition to that, we've now moved our streaming slot back 3 hours due to my need to work certain times. So yeah, it's a lot of changes, but welcome back. We got some Long Dark today. We got some Planet Crafter later this evening. So we're gonna have some fun today and get some good stuffs done. And it's great to have you all here. It's great to be back. So without much further ado, let's jump back into our Endless Night run. We're on day 112 in Coastal Highway. We have I don't have my lantern on me, huh? Okie dokie. Oh yeah, because I don't have any stuff for it right now. All right, so let's see. Let's look at our cabinet here. Eustios, hello. Yeah, I had a good time. I had a good time with the family. Saturday and Sunday. It was a memorial service, funeral memorial service thing. So it wasn't like it was great fun or anything, but it was nice to see some of the family members I hadn't seen for a few years. So it was good to see them all. Corono, hello. But Eustios, hello over on the YouTube side. How you doing? All right, we do have a lot of herbal teas. Now we're gonna be making our run for the border here. There we go. I think is this the one that has all the stuff in it? No. Oh, I have all the metal scraps on me already. Never mind. Alright. We've got a lot of stuff in here, so let's go ahead and sort out our gear here real quick. Drop most of that. We're going to grab a ton of coal going through the mine, so I'm going to leave this coal here for the most part. Okay, we got our moose hide curing out here. We got some arrow shafts there. Do I have any arrowheads on me? I do not. Okay. Oh no, that's totally it's totally fine. My uncle was not like somebody we were super duper close to. I mean, I was more closer to his because my uncle's kids were all way older than me and my brother, and so we never really got to know them very well when we were growing up or anything. So it wasn't like we were super close to him in the first place. So. You know, it's one of those things. You know, it was sad, but at the same time, it was like, okay, well, that's just that's just what happens. But I appreciate your sympathies. I really do. Thank you very much. All right, let's go ahead and these are the small ones, right? Yes. Let's go ahead and drop the small moose meat over here. Yeah, there he is. I knew I heard a wolf. I knew it. Little stinker. Alright, well, he's running off and he's gonna die. Okay, so I do want to take... Really? Where did he come from? And I want to take one of my stalker pies with me, too. Good lord. Land of Goshen, there's wolves everywhere. Alright, now is the perfect time to head off. Woo! Hey, Kenneth, hello. All enjoying a cold one on a 90-degree day. Really, Mr. Wolf? Yeah, it's not 90 degrees here. Today's supposed to be a high... Well, it's raining today. And it's supposed to be a high of 57. Hey, where's my arrow? Okay, I guess I'll have to grab my arrow. To get a hello. But yeah, today it's not too warm here in Oregon. Today it's rainy and kind of cold. Supposed to be rainy today, tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. So yeah, it's not supposed to be the greatest weather. But hey, you know, that's alright. It's not a big deal. But I hope you guys are all doing great. I'm on my new schedule starting this week. My schedule is changing. We're gonna be starting at noon Pacific, which is actually 3 Eastern. And that's gonna allow me to get out and do my driving when I need to, so. Got wolves to the left of me and a bear to the right. We have severe rain these days. Yeah, today is just rainy. It's nothing too bad today. It's just kind of rainy. Rain and cool sounds like what you had there last week, Kenneth. Oh yeah, it can. I mean, you know, I personally, I mean, I've lived in Oregon all my life, pretty much. So, I personally love the rain. For me, the rain is like the best thing ever. Figured we'd check up here. Sometimes there'll be a birch around this island somewhere. There used to be a dead dude up here, but they moved him to the other side. But the birch still sometimes is over here. Oh, there it is. Some regions are underwater. Not our region, thank goodness, but I saw a news article earlier about some guy who was on a photographic thing and he got killed by a moose up in Alaska. The moose, he got moose stomped, basically. Not a joke at all. I guess the moose had calves with her, so it's like you don't mess with the mama moose. You don't mess with mama bears, you don't mess with mama moose either. It's a bad idea. Those wolves will never learn, will they? Wolfies just never learn, do they? They just can't take no for an answer. Hey, Cindy, hello. How are you? Things are going good. Things are going good. I'm back and we're streaming and I thought I heard more footprints. I was like, or more footsteps. I keep saying footprints. I don't know why. They do not communicate well. Yeah, they don't. Hey, Bavella. Hello. But no, day's going good. I'm having a good day so far. Things are going well. I got a lot of sleep last night. Or this morning, I should say. Last night. Now last night for me now starts at like 5 in the morning and goes till about 11:30. And then I get up and stream because then I'm driving at night. Hey, Killer Strawberry, hello. I'm good. It's raining on the West Coast. Everything's so green. Oh yeah, we got rain all day today. It says it's stopping in about 32 minutes, but we got rain all day today out here. I wonder if there's any birch or maple down here. It does not look like it. Sometimes there'll be birch and maple down in this little stand of trees. Sometimes there'll be both. There'll be both birch and maple. down here, but not today. Not today, I'm afraid. I like this weather, though. This weather's really nice. The visibility's good. What's the new job? I'm going full-time on Lyft. I'm going full-time on Lyft now, and I have to have regular hours to do it. And so every night I'm driving from about 10 at night till about 5 in the morning, 4 to 5 in the morning, depending on how I do. But I have to have my schedule. The main thing that was the hard part about it, Frank, that was hard to adjust in, is I usually wrap up about 4 or 5, but then would have that gap on stream, you know, between then and when I was streaming. And so I needed to adjust the stream so I could sleep after I get done with Lyft, and then I stream, and then I have a few hours in the evening to wrap everything up and kind of get things going, and then I drive Lyft. So I just need to basically shift everything about 3 hours along the line so that I could make everything work and get my sleep in. And I was trying to make it work with the old schedule, but I just couldn't do it. So I decided that I just needed to kind of change the entire thing up and go with that. So yeah, a little bit of a paradigm shift or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, just kind of getting all that worked out. But yes, it's some serious Lyft hours. Well, if you want to do well at any job, you got to put your time into it. You just get paid on the rides, on the number of you get paid per ride, basically. There's also, you know, they give you incentives and stuff like that. Like if I get 55 rides this week from now until oh, MC, thank you so much for the resub there. Appreciate that very, very much. For 20 months! Oh my goodness, thank you for that. 20 months there. Appreciate that very, very, very much. Yeah, I know you're cold, my dear.
Just resubscribed for 20 months. Sorry I went AWOL for a bit there. Glad to be back.
Don't worry about it, MC. I'm glad you're back. You know, hey, real life always takes precedence over this, so I would never, ever, 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 ever say different. But yeah, so when I go full-time, basically I just put in more hours. Driving for any of the rideshare services is all about the amount of time you put into it. The more time you put into it, the more successful you're going to be. If you only go out for a few hours, you're not going to be very successful at it because you won't be able to. Because like anything else that has to do with sales or anything like that, you have to work the averages, and on average you'll get enough rides. If you're just going for a short little burst and going, oh well, I'm only going to go out when it's super busy. It's like, well, it's hard to determine when super busy is. Now I've found I have really good success from about 10 till 4 to 5 in the morning. I know the hot spots to go to. I know where the rides are usually going to be. So I usually have pretty good success during that time. And also I like it because there's not a lot of people out. I don't have to deal with a ton of people on the roads, which is super nice because you can get around a lot easier. But yeah, doing it full time. If you get your rides and your bonuses, you can make upwards of $40 to $50 an hour if you're doing it right. Now, of course, you have to pay taxes on that. You know, none of it's pre-taxed or anything, so you have to pay taxes on that as well. Our customers chiller too. Generally, I mean, Frank, I've driven it all different times, and I've never had bad ride shares, so I've not had a bad experience with somebody yet. If I did, I'd tell you about it, but I haven't had any bad ride experiences at all, so. everybody, 90% of the people are really super friendly and chill and just want to talk and get home. And then there's like 10% that are quiet, just, you know, they're kind of tired or whatever. You know, they just want they want to chill too, but they don't necessarily want to gab it up with you. So you just let those people do their thing, and you do your thing, and everybody's happy. So. I mean, that's the thing is, most people who are ordering a rideshare, you know, you always hear about the horror story of rideshare or whatever it is, and it's like, most people who are ordering a rideshare, they just want to get from their work to home, or from home to see friends, or from a friend's house back to their job, or, you know, they just want to get from point A to point B, and they don't want to cause any problems. They're out there or they want to get a ride to the airport or whatever it is. So it's not like you see on social media. So social media makes it look like everybody who gets in your car is some creepo that's going to try to rob you or swindle you, or, you know, try to cancel the ride or something like that. It's like, no, that doesn't happen. That's just not the way it works. I've been told, Killer Strawberry, that I'm pretty pleasant, so I take that as a compliment. I've been told I'm pleasant enough. Let's put it that way. I keep it on my 80s on 8 station on the radio, and I just kind of chill out, listen to music if they don't want to talk, and let them jam back in the back seat if they want to. And other than that, you just get out there and do it. So yeah, no, everything's going good. I'm happy with the change. It is a little bit of a change from what I've done before. Right now, I'm trying to get into. So they're gonna have. I'm gonna be checking my email here every once in a while. I just applied yesterday for the version 1.0 7 Days to Die streamer weekend, so I'm trying to see if I can get into that. Supposedly, if you're a partner on Twitch, you can get into it, no problem at all. I just haven't got an email back from them about it, so I'm trying to get in on that. So that'll be fun. If we get in on that, we can play some 7 Days to Die, before, alpha 1.0, or not alpha 1.0, version 1.0. On the weekend before they release it, which would be super cool. That would be a lot of fun. So I'm hoping they allow me to do it. I did a weekend thing, an alpha weekend thing for them before. So and we do still have the GoFundMe for my brother going on. Everybody's been super generous with that. Thank you again so much to everybody. We're gonna keep that going just through the end of the month. I figured I'd leave it out there if there were a few people out there who hadn't, had a chance to go on there, and help out if they wanted to. It's gonna be open to the end of the month. We've raised over $1,700 with it. So thank you to everybody who's helped out with it. I really, really do appreciate it. My brother appreciates it immensely. It has been such a blessing, all of you. So thank you, everyone. I'm gonna make one more herbal tea. Okay, let's make 2 more herbal teas. Let's grab some torches out of the fire. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hercules BB with the sub. Thank you so much. Oh, that's Tylea giving out a sub. Hercules BB, thank you so much for being here, and welcome back in. Tylea, thank you for gifting out a tier 1 sub there. Appreciate that very much. How are you, Tylea? I hope you're having a fantastic day. So yeah, we have changed our stream times, and I apologize to anybody who's like, wondering what's going on and doesn't know, but yeah, I posted up on Discord as well as YouTube a little blurb about why we're changing the stream times, and if somebody asks, I'll of course explain it again. But yeah, it's mainly just due to work. I need to get my driving going on a little bit heavier, and I need to switch up. The main thing that was standing in the way was my stream times. My stream times are just not real it wasn't real conducive to it. So, just like you said about Lyft not being like social media, I think in general, the internet is also way better than it gets than the rap it gets. There are a lot of positive stuff online, just like yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, the internet is a tool like anything else. That tool can be used for good, it can be used for bad. It can show the good stuff in the world, it can also show the bad stuff in the world. Unfortunately, we tend to see most of the bad stuff in the world instead of the good stuff. And as humans, we're generally drawn for whatever, I don't know if it's out of morbid curiosity or whatever, we're drawn to more of the bad stuff in the world than the good stuff. I think it has a fascination factor, mainly because most of us are not bad people. So I think in a lot of ways we are fascinated by the bad stuff because to us it's not normal. And so it's kind of like, you know, it's sort of like you know how people love to watch those true crime dramas and stuff like that. And they're like, how can somebody be like that, you know? It's like, well, you know, it's because most of us are not like that. Oh no, I've had my second job for a while, Brand. The Lyft ride, the Lyft has been my second job for a while. Well, it's my other job for a while. It's just that I needed to change my stream times to make it fit better into my schedule. Because now that I've been driving at night, you know, I get off at about 4 or 5 in the morning from driving, and so I needed to have my schedule be more amenable so when I got home, I could sleep for, you know, 7-8 hours or so, and then I could you know, get up and stream. Because what was happening is I was getting home, I was then only able to sleep for like 3 or 4 hours and then get up and stream, and it was killing me, Smalls. It was killing me. Actually, to be honest, I don't get a lot of people from bars going home. There's a couple that I'll get here and there, but most of it is people going home from work. A lot of it is people going home from work at that time, and then people going to work, to and from work from FedEx and Amazon, and then it's all airport rides. After about 3:30, to 4, all the airport rides start. So I usually can end the night with about 3 or 4 airport rides, which is really nice. I pick up women for a living. No, I do not. I do not, Brand. But no, I've been slowly, you know, stepping up the Lyft rides anyway. And I've been playing around with the times that I was driving, and I like driving from like 10 to 4 or 5 in the mornings now. Tegeta, hey, we will be here, you know, every day like this. I'm sorry that I'm changing, especially for those who were used to the old time, but it was just something I wanted to keep the old time, and I tried for a good month and a half there to do it, and it was beating me down. So, and if you catch the replay on YouTube, that's great too. We'll always be starting with the Long Dark, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll always be starting with Long Dark. And then on Thursday, we'll start with 7 Days to Die. And then, you know, we'll have our follow-up games, you know, 3 hours into there, so. You were not used to any time. You have different you work different hours every week. You don't have a day schedule. And you know, and the thing is, too, I need to make... So my schedule's pretty well set, but I may break it or may play earlier or something like that. Basically, I need to get out there and drive to make a certain amount of money every week. And once I've made that money, then I can stream. You know, then I have a little more flexibility. But it has to take precedence over everything else. So, because otherwise, I wouldn't be able to stream at all. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to be here at all. I wish that was a fire barrel. I really wish that was a fire barrel there. It pisses me off so much it's not a fire barrel. Because you can't build a fire in here. So in an endless night mode, that is a useless work table for us. We can't do anything with it. Yeah, well, you know, and that's what it came down to, Tegeta. I had to take care of myself. I had to, you know, sort of look at my situation and go, okay, I need to be able to, like, be up and going. Something interesting some interesting updates to Icarus last month. Yeah, I was looking over some of those. Definitely, I was looking over some of those Icarus updates. And, God, there's just so many games out there. But yeah, Icarus and Survivor Fountain of Youth, or Survival Fountain of Youth, Survival Fountain of Youth came out with their 1.0 that I'd like to try again. And Icarus is definitely on the radar as well, so. I'll be the one with a $2 super chat saying, made my 60-day goal without no wolf attacks. Very happy. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. I'm so happy for you. Oh, well, congratulations, I'll be the one. That is a great super chat to hear. Very happy that you made it that long with no wolf attacks. That is very, very cool. Congratulations. Ty Lee, I just bought my first chicken last night. So you get chickens now? You get pets on Icarus now. That is pretty awesome. Icarus is just such a great game. It's such a good game. They've done such a great job with that game. McChickala. They actually help kill what the chickens do? What, you have like a fighting chicken? It's got like claws, it's got the metal on its claws. Or do your other pets help? Chickens fight the evil seeds. Yeah, exactly. Alright, we need to eat down one of our pies. It'll help us with our carry weight a little bit. It's not going to help us all the way, but it helps us a little bit of the way. The horses and dogs have been killing for you. Are these horses and dogs that are acclimatized to the area? Because you aren't acclimatized. Can't wait to play the new Misery mode. I know, that's going to be so cool. It's going to be so fun. I have a feeling Trader Hunted Part 3 will be implemented next month. With the final region being added and Cougar being revealed, it makes sense for exploration and hunting. Possibly. You did a mission and trained up some battle boards to help us fight the Desert World boss. They're genetically designed and frozen for you to bring down to the planet. A genetically designed dog. Where would you want the new region after Mountain Pass and Perseverance Mills? Where would I want a new region? Well, I have a feeling Perseverance Mills is going to be over here. I want a new one between Black Rock, like Central. One that connects to Pleasant Valley, Mountain Town, Mystery Lake, Hush River Valley, and Black Rock. Like a central hub right in the middle would be so freaking cool, wouldn't it? If a zone had like 5 entrances into it. That would be so awesome. That would be so cool, I'll be the one, if it was right there. And thank you for the $5 super chat as well. But yeah, if we had one that was like right in the center there, that was like a hub that went out to all the different areas, that would be very, very cool. Joke aside, no thanks, I'll leave it to the handful of experts. We got 3 more main paid content portions to be included. Safe house customization, dark and photo mode, photo and dark mode, and trader. Well, I think Monado Blade, they're going to add those in, but they're just not talking about them in the dev diary. I think they're just not going to add. I don't think they're talking about it in the dev diary, because you remember they talked about the Cougar, that you could go to another one of your safe houses if the Cougar got a little frisky on you. So it does sound like we're going to have multiple safe houses, because they specifically talked about multiple safe houses in the dev diary. They didn't talk about safe houses, but they did say the word safe house in there. So I don't know. I think Hinterland has taken a step back from revealing too much too early. I turn on night vision there. They've taken a step back from saying too much too early. So in HRV is there only one moose spawn. So Monolith Lake, and then if you go down into that deep valley, if you go down in the deep valley where the moose overlook is, the moose can spawn down there too. So there's two spots. It's up by Monolith, and then it's down in that deep, it's down in the valley. It's either one long rope climb from one side, or it's the two rope climbs with the shrub that you have to destroy on the other side. And at the bottom of that, I mean, I prefer the Monolith Lake moose, because the one at the bottom of the ravine there is really hard to get out all the stuff from. It also sounds like most houses might not be safe from the Cougar. Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing that made me. I'm almost thinking though, Kenneth, maybe the safe house is like if you're in your safe house, it basically protects you from the Cougar detecting you in an area. Something like that.
It's so cold. I just want to lay down for a bit.
I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how the Cougar, how everything works with the Cougar for sure. So who knows? We'll see. We'll see what the Cougar does. It's going to be very, very interesting. Might as well go up here with a torch lit. Killer Strawberry, I don't know if it's going to be of any, I don't know if it's going to have any clothing available. I don't know. I don't know. I'm unsure what's going to happen there. I guess that one pick in the dev diary is the announcement of the weather station. You can see the chilly temperature could be high altitude. Yeah, well, I think, yeah, with the one where there's the little bridge that goes across to the little sort of like weather-looking signal tower thing. Because that definitely looked like it could be like the weather station. It had like a building that sort of looks like the Quonset garage with the curved roof. I have a feeling that could be the weather station. All right, we're gonna drop the birch here. I didn't mean to throw my torch down. I was trying to grab the birch, because you can actually cure stuff in here, which is wild, but it's cool. All right, let's go ahead and light our fire. There we go. So yeah, that looks like it's the weather station. It looks pretty wild. It's going to be a cool zone. Make a parka that's more lightweight with the bear coat would be nice. Well, yeah, either that or make some sort of like cape accessory or something, maybe. Maybe some sort of accessory that makes it a little bit easier to. Oh, there's bullets right here. I'm ready for whatever they throw at us. It's gonna be freaking awesome. Alright, we have a few things we need to drop out here. Namely, the 4 pies here. And that big pie there. Alright, woo! Hope I can get to 500 days. I'm on day 377 on the Sloper run, my longest ever. Would love a bag you can craft the hides. That scent of a few pieces of meat. Or even think of it this way, Chris, if it was a bag, if you could make a bag out of cougar skin, that would scare away other animals. Like the cougar skin smell would scare away the other animals or something. That would be kind of cool. Cougar underwear. There we go. That puts us down at a better weight. I got the book to start a fire with. I got my matches on me. Oh, I have 2 pry bars now. Nice. Let's go ahead and harvest one of those. There we go. Got us a few more pieces of metal. Now, the one thing we are going to run out of here in this zone if we don't go hunting is food. So we definitely need to go grab some food here before we do a lot else. It sounds like a pretty stormy day out there, though. Drink down that little tea there. Oh, I need some more bandages. Let's make a few bandages. I'll be the one man with another $10 super chat saying, what would be a fair grace period before the cougar stalks you? I say 10 days and then you move on. Did you step out of Mystery Lake into the ravine to break the cycle? I think I'll be the one. I may be mistaken about this. But I think they said in the dev diary that the longer you're out of a zone, it's not like you can just step out of the zone and come back. That you have to spend some time out of the zone before the cougar kind of loses interest in you. Let's see here. Hold on a second. Let me pull that back up again here real quick. Okay, yeah. Okay, so let's see. So, yeah, if you stay out of an occupied region for a while, the cougar will lose interest and leave you alone. So it looks like if he's stalking you in Mystery Lake, and you just step out and then come right back, he's gonna still be there. He's gonna be like, yeah, you didn't fool me. I know you didn't leave. But if you actually leave Mystery Lake and go to the ravine and live there for 7 or 8 days, it sounds like he may forget about you and just leave you alone for, and then you basically, it's almost sort of like, think of it like cabin fever, where if you go outside for a while, the risk goes down to nothing, and then it has to start building back up again. think of that with like the zone in mind. Mystery Lake, you're in Mystery Lake for a while. That cougar meter is going up and up and up and up. You step out of the zone and it starts going back down slowly but surely. But if you go back into the zone too early, it's already going to be kind of out there and it's going to start building again. So it's probably going to be something like that would be my guess. I have a feeling it's not going to be an actual meter that we can see though. We're just going to start to hear and kind of be aware of some of the warning signs when the cougars is kind of getting feisty. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? I hope that makes some sort of sense. I kind of went in a weird way there, but hey Alexander, how you doing? Greetings, Athene. On summer hell temperatures coming here, cougar would not scare me if I could just travel Canada and live everything here. Yeah. Well, I don't have summer temperatures yet. We're at 57 and kind of raining. So, yeah, right now it's raining here in Oregon. Well, Will with a cougar skin loincloth would be pretty sexy. Hey, there you go. But yeah, I think that probably, 15 days, probably I have a feeling I'll be the one. It's probably going to be closer to like 15 or 20 days that you'd have to be in a single zone before the cougar starts like stalking you. But I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. It could be less time than that. So they may make it more onerous than that. They may be like, well, no, you can only be in here for a certain number, for 5 days, and the cougar starts on your tail. Yeah, it's probably going to be a hard thing to kill the cougar. I don't think killing the cougar is going to be that easy. Only got 2 of those low-level ones left. So yeah, I think I'm hoping I'll be the one that'll be like a probably 15 to 20 days. I mean, it could be as low as 10. I don't think they'll go any lower than 10. But I think it's going to be probably 10 to 20 days would be my guess. I'm hoping it's closer to the 20-day mark, but I guess we'll have to see. I mean, we'll have to wait and see what it is when it happens. Tin of coffee. I don't really need anything else. Do I have water? I got 2 liters of water on me. How long has our fire got? An hour and a half? 2 hours? Let's sleep for 2 hours. Got back into Long Dark Run after Planet Crafter and Forever Skies. Totally forgot the Buried Echoes task line. Oh, I get that. I'm actually going to be doing some Planet Crafter in a couple hours here, because I'm excited to get back into Planet Crafter. That's going to be loads of fun. Because our planet is slowly but surely coming along, so... Alright, there we go. Which key, where to find, etc. Yeah. Well, the keys are kind of hidden around there, so it's kind of hard to find the keys sometimes. Alright, well, this fire is definitely not cooperating, or this storm is definitely not cooperating with us. I guess we'll make some more water. Because water left behind is never a bad thing. And I'm not going anywhere in this storm, so... And then the storm cleared up. The game heard me. The game was like, oh, you don't want a storm? Okay. Yeah, the Buried Echoes task line is a little bit more complicated than the really than the Signal Void. As far as like trying to find your way around in there, it's a lot more it's more of a maze. It's more mazy. For sure. Hey, Mr. Rabbity Boodles. You guys run ahead and stave off any wolves that might come at me. Like that one. I could barely see him myself, so don't think you were blind in that situation. Like I was blind as well, so. There we go. Confirm that. With the $5 super chat, I'll be the one who says the cougar scream would be awesome. First you hear the scream, you find a deer killed, then you find cat tracks outside your shelter, then you're attacked. Where is he? I don't even see this other wolf. Where is he? I hear him. I think he's in the rock.
654,681,632 just subscribed.
Hey, thank you for the resub for 5 months, my friend. I appreciate that very much. So yeah, the cougar scream would be awesome. Yeah. First you hear a wow, and then you find like animals that are killed in the area that the cougar's like, these are my animals, sucker, not yours. Okay, I don't know what I have no idea what's going on here. Now why can't I target the wolf here? I was gonna cook up the wolf and I can't target him. That is so weird. Okay, well I guess we'll cook up the rabbits. Please look up YouTube videos of cougars encounters chasing hikers. It's unnerving. Oh, cougars are crazy. Cougars are absolutely nutty. We've had a few cougar attacks in Oregon, so. Okay, I don't know where that guy possibly is. That is the weirdest thing. That is the weirdest thing. He's just up there growling. I think he's in a rock. I honestly think he's in the rock. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Toss a bunch of torches. It sounds like it sounds like he's up on top of the cliff. like he's invisible. Kill the dead wolf again? Yeah, I think I might have to. I think I might have to kill the dead wolf again. Maybe that's why I can't harvest him. He's not really dead. He's just pretending to be dead. Yeah, I can't target him. I can't target the dead wolf. That's so annoying. Yeah, I think that's what I have to do. I have to take out my arrow. Take out my gun. Oh my god! I thought you were just kidding. Oh my god. I think that's what I have to do. I have to take out my arrow. Oh my god. Yeah, and I shot him again. Wow. Though I think that wolf was playing possum, boys and girls. That's what it was. He was just playing possum. I'm clipping it right now. Possum. Yeah, he was just playing possum. Yeah, I just clipped that. I was wondering why I couldn't harvest him. He was just mostly dead. Now, when they're mostly dead, they're still slightly alive. So let's see what he was. Let's see what he had going on. What do you have worth living for? True love. Well, he said to blave, which we all know means to hunt Atheenon. So he was probably hunting Atheenon, and he got in a little bit of trouble. Yes, to blave, exactly. He said to blave. As we all know, that means to hunt Atheenon. Wow, that was pretty funny. Oh dang, yes, you definitely I'll be the one. You get the cookie. You get the cookie, I'll be the one. I did not in my wildest dreams expect that wolf to I had no idea he would do that. That is so absolutely weird. That just blows me away that he was that way. Wow. Wow. All right, everything's shared now. We're good to go. Let's go ahead and drop this meat here. So I have a feeling that wolf that was barking or growling, that wolf was that wolf there. It was like a glitch in the game where the wolf carcass was like still registering it was alive and it was dead at the same time. It was Schrodinger's wolf. It's Schrodinger's wolf, and until we shot it, we didn't know if it was really alive or dead. Or both. It was alive and dead and both all at the same time. Who knew? Who knew? There's a gut we can put out there. Those got 48 minutes on them. Let's get this rabbit harvested up as well. I'm just gonna use my knife because it's the quickest way to do it. Yeah, that was absolutely crazy. That was absolutely nutty. I don't know how exactly that happened. I don't know what code I broke. I broke the code of the game somehow. I know, I gotta stop breaking things. We got one more piece of wolf meat to cook. Mainly, the reason I want to do this is going to give us a little bit of food. It's going to give us a little bit of food. I'm going to take it back up to the top there. and it'll give us a little bit of food that we can have up at the top. Actually, I can do that right now. Take the guts up there as well. Let's throw a stick or two on there and grab a torch. That was absolutely crazy. That was so funny.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
Oh, shushaby, dear. You can carry it a little bit further. But yeah, I seriously, I'll be the one. I thought you were just totally kidding. I was like, okay, let's just shoot him again, see what happens. And sure enough, that was the wolf that died twice. That's what he was. He was the wolf that died twice. You've heard of the boy who cried wolf. Well, that's the wolf who cried, I'm not quite dead yet. If I'd shot him with an arrow, I don't know. I don't know, Kenneth. I just didn't want to. I only have a few arrows left right now until I make some more. And I just didn't want to waste the arrows on him, to be honest. Really, dude? See, because, like, right there, I had an arrow break. Whoa, 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 whoa. I almost jumped off that cliff. Broken arrow! We have a broken arrow! Alright. $16 minutes till that's boiled. We have another rabbit, too. Oh, we can make a rabbit pie out of this guy. Let's make a rabbit pie out of this dude. We have a half a kilo of meat. Well, it's 0.6. We can make a rabbit pie out of him because I am getting a little low on my rabbit pies, so I'll need those. Let's go ahead and drop him. Get that water boiled. Let's get ourselves... How long does this have to go? 4 minutes? Okay, let's get that done as well. Put a tin can over there with a little more water in it. Put a rabbit pie. There we go. Rabbit pie. Cook that up. Oh, yeah! Let's go. No! Stop it! Stop with the wind. No. No, 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 no. No wind, sir. No wind for you. Oh, you son of a biscuit. Look at that, I got the beautiful rabbit pies there going on. Maybe I can nurse the fire. There we go, we got another couple sticks on it. There we go. We got our rabbit pies done, boys and girls. Woo!
He's getting too heavy to carry.
Okay, so this wind is gonna plague me. Okay, well, love it when the wind just comes up on you like that, you know? Yep, there we go. Okay, so that's done. So let's let's get our pistol out. Nope, not a flare gun. I have a flare gun, doesn't do me any good because I have no flare shells for it. I thought I had flare shells for it. Nope, I just got the flare gun. I could have sworn I got flare shells at the summit, but maybe I'm thinking something else. Maybe I'm thinking of a different run. Give you all night vision there. Hey, me from Florida, how you doing? Let's get a little fire going in here. There we go. And Mr. Pyro Ninja, I see you there. How is it going, my friend? I hope you're having a great day. Farmer Marks, hello as well.
Come on.
Going back up through chat here, just checking out everybody. Got Farmer Marks, Kenneth, of course, over on the YouTube side. Tegeta over on the YouTube side as well. Good to have you all here today. Okay, let's throw that on there. That should get us warmed up enough. All right, we do have that hunk of meat there. We've got 3 brand new pies that I'm gonna leave here. I'm gonna keep that on me and those 3 old pies on me. All right, let's harvest up Mr. El Rabido here. Use my hands on the hide. To blave. I love Princess Bride. That's such a great movie. They don't make them like that no more. And we'll take that with the knife. Oh my goodness. Grab out a torch. So we got some rabbit hides curing here now. And by the way, you can cure stuff in the middle of this church. Right here between all the pews is an area that you can cure things in, so that's kind of nice. All right, so I think, let's see, so we're at 55 kilos right now. Oh, I have a lot of water on me, No, I don't have too much water on me. If I eat one of my rabbit pies, that will get us a little fuller. So that's good. We got the rabbit pie in us. Let's grab a couple honks of our meat. Let's get a little drink of our water. And then let's go to the lighthouse, which is where I was intending to go all along before I got sidetracked by Wolfie 1 and Wolfie 2. Oh, Tegeta, The Princess Bride is a classic. It is an absolutely fabulous movie. Fencing, fighting, magic, miracles. Hey, Gary, how's it going, buddy? But yeah, Princess Bride is definitely worth a watch if you've never seen it before. It's one of those movies that I think is pretty timeless. I mean, it's got Andre the Giant in it. It's got Mandy Patinkin or whatever his name is in it. He's a really big actor. It's got Carrie Elways in it. I forget the gal's name. The gal who played Buttercup in it. Oh god, I can't remember her name. Now it's gonna drive me crazy. Now it's gonna drive me absolutely nutty. If somebody's online, they can look it up. That'd be awesome. Playing Stellaris, listening to the channel, nice. We'll be starting a new Stellaris run next week, Gary. Since we surrendered on our last one. We surrendered on our last one. You know, Endless Night is going pretty good, Ski. Or Skate. I'm sorry, Skate. I always say that as Ski, but it's Skate Inferno. But no, it's going pretty good. We're on day 113. Yes, a new Stellaris game with Machine Empire, yeah. We're on day 113 right now, and we are in Desolation Point for our second Forge run. It's been interesting as far as like trying to find places to craft and places that we can actually like repair and craft and do other activities that you normally are just used to doing indoors when it's light out. Robin Wright, yes, thank you, Tegeta. I believe that is Robin Wright. Peter Falks, yep, Peter Falks is in it. I mean, he's a classic. You got Peter in there. Come on. And it's even got Fred Savage in it. Fred Savage is in Princess Bride. I can't remember. I think Princess Bride might have been before Wonder Years. I think it might have been shortly before Wonder Years. He only has a small part in it. He's the sick kid who Peter Falk is the grandfather of. Peter Falk is basically relaying the tale, reading the book of The Princess Bride to him. The Princess Bride by S. Morgan Stern. Chapter 1. As you wish. Another great movie, if you've never ever seen it, another amazing movie is Stardust. Stardust is a freaking awesome movie. It actually has Henry Cavill in it. It has Charlie Cox in it. Daredevil and Superman are in it. But yes, Stardust is well, and those are just a couple of people. It has Robert De Niro in it. It has Michelle Pfeiffer in it. It has a lot of big name actors in it. But it is a great movie. If you've never ever seen Stardust, I would highly recommend it. Hey, there's some more cooking oil. Yay for us. Anybody got a peanut? But Stardust was written by Neil Gaiman. It was originally a 4-part graphic novel. And then it got adapted into a movie. And it is an amazing movie with some amazing actors and amazing stuff. Yeah, Stardust is just so good. He said he's going to meet Victoria because, sorry, he met his true love and he's going to go spend the rest of his life with her. that guy at the end just like, yeah, oh, it has a crazy high-end cast. Yeah, I mean, the cast in it, when you sit down and you think of how many A-list actors are in that, it's like, wow. Like, wow. It's such a great movie actor-wise, but it's a great story as well. Ricky Gervais is in it. Yep, Ricky Gervais is in it. Yep, I forgot about. Yes, he is. Ricky Gervais is in that too. Thank you for following there, Thunder Torch. I appreciate that. Yeah, Annie Stormy by Neil Gaiman. Well, Mirror Mask is a very underrated movie that basically, if you can find a copy of Mirror Mask somewhere, pick it up. Mirror Mask is a great movie. Very, very good movie. It was a Jim Henson, Neil Gaiman production. And it has kind of been erased from history, unfortunately. If you can find Mirror Mask out there, check it out. It's really good. Very underrated, it was kind of swept under the rug in a lot of ways. It's kind of sad. Because it's really a great story. Alright, we are way overweight now. Let's eat a little food. Ricky Gervais is freaking hilarious. I just love how Ricky Gervais reminds me of comics back in the late 70s, early 80s, who just did not give a crap. Guys like Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, George Carlin. He reminds me of guys like that just did not give a F what people thought. He's like, you can enjoy my stuff or not, I don't care, but don't tell me what I can't say in my comedy. Because my comedy is my comedy, and screw you if you don't like it. Watched the Time Bandits last night. Oh, yeah. Oh, Time Bandits is an amazing movie. Oh, it was great to see him because he was basically saying all the stuff all of us wanted to say. Killer Strawberry. He was saying everything we all wanted to say, and he was taking no prisoners at all, which was awesome. Which was awesome. But you know, there was a time that Hollywood could like laugh at themselves and take, you know, kind of, and there's still Hollywood actors that can. I recently saw a thing with Jennifer Lawrence where she was basically standing out on the street and she was like asking people if they, you know, what their top 5 favorite Jennifer Lawrence movies were and stuff, and people had no idea who she was. And she was just rolling with it. She was like, "Oh, well, you know, I think so and so much better than Jennifer Lawrence." And they're like, "Oh yeah, they're way better, way funnier, way better looking." And she was just like taking shots at herself, and it was great. It was like, okay, that, you know, you definitely could tell she didn't take herself too seriously. And I think that's the problem with a lot of people in Hollywood, is they take themselves way too seriously. It's like, dude, you're an actor in a movie. We may love you as an actor in the movie, but honestly, you're an actor in a movie. You're not that much more than everybody else out there. So don't get too full of yourself. That's the main thing. Don't get too full of yourself. Ricky was 40ish when he got famous and comes from a real working class background. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing, Killer Strawberry. He was 40 when he became famous. That means that he had 40 years of struggling, working hard, having to work his way up through the ranks, going to small crappy comedy clubs, trying out new material all the time, probably flopping a ton. In those 40 years, he probably, you know, he faced a lot of real hard life that then, you know, now he can look back on that and go, well, you know, I have all this behind me. Yeah, she's humble. She is real humble. He had a normal office job into his 30s, yeah. So, you know, he was in the trenches with the rest of us. That's why he relates so well. And he doesn't relate, because you got to remember, a lot of these Hollywood people, the big Hollywood people, are either sons or daughters of famous or very well-off people, or they are people who've been in the industry since they were small kids, so they've never known anything but Hollywood. They've not really had a real, they can't relate to real people because they've never had that kind of life, which isn't their fault, but they don't have any right to preach to real people about what we're doing, because guess what? They've never experienced any of the stuff that we've experienced for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. I have not been, the last movie I went and saw in the theater was it Top Gun Maverick? It might have been Top Gun Maverick. It's the last movie I went and saw in the theater. There's nothing oh, new thermos. Nice. There's nothing in the theaters these days that make me that interested in going, to be honest. There's nothing in the theaters that makes me go, ooh, I should go see that. A wool toque. That's not actually ruined. Another wool toque. This place is like 2 toque Shakur. Alright. Got a lot of wood in here we can break down. I'm gonna search this place up first, though. First, we're gonna drop our... We're gonna drop our metal here. There we go. We're gonna drop our coal here. There we go. Actually, let's pick up this coal here, too. There we go. Perfect. I should see Dune 2. That's one that I have not seen. I was trying to think, did I see Dune 2? And I'm like, no, I saw the first one. I didn't go see the second one yet. I heard Dune 2 was pretty good, so... But yeah, I've not gone and seen any movies. There's been nothing out there that interests me, first of all. And second of all, most of the stuff that's out there is just garbage. I mean, And I think, and you know, honestly, I think the biggest problem that Hollywood has with a lot of the new movies it has coming out is that it used to be Hollywood banked on, you know, putting a big star in a movie, and that drove ticket sales. They'd be like, you know, it didn't matter what it was. Arnold Schwarzenegger in True Lies. I have no idea what frickin' True Lies was when I went to saw that movie, but I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis were in it, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. I mean, I like Arnold. I've loved Jamie Lee Curtis in most everything she's ever been in. I'll go give it a shot. I had no idea what True Lies was about. I had no idea what it was, you know, going to be about. So this scrawled message leads you to a memento cache over there, and this key opens that, and what that has inside of it will be some blue. It'll be some blue flares, which early in the game is really nice to have because now you have blue flares. Two is better than one? Okay, very cool. Good to know. But yeah, that's the thing is like, and now they can't really put out movies that have a movie star. Now now most of the movies they put out just have like an IP behind them that they hope people will go and see, but the problem is that everybody knows it's going to be just a mess, a hot mess, because they have people working on it that don't care about the IP, that only care about pressing whatever buttons they want to press to push the message they want to push. And it's like, well, no, I just want to go see, say it was He-Man. I'd be like, well, I just want to go see a He-Man movie. I don't want to go see a Girl Boss Tila movie. I'm going to see He-Man because I enjoyed that back in the day. And yeah, I love Tila in it, but she was not the main character. Sorry to tell you, she wasn't the main character. I mean, I went and saw Tomb Raider movies. Guess what? I wasn't looking to see a dude in my Tomb Raider movie, because guess what? The dudes were not main characters in Tomb Raider. Funny thing how that is. When I go to see a Tomb Raider movie, I want to see Lara Croft. Shocking, I know. I know that's shocking to actually expect to see the, you know, the main character that you are used to. I know. It does, and I will totally take that mantle on, Killer Strawberry. You know the sad thing is that in modern day they've made that word meaningless. I mean, in modern day times, you know, back in the 80s, being called a racist or a bigot, that was pretty harsh stuff. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty harsh back in the 80s and even the 90s. But anymore, those words have no meaning, because it just means you don't agree. You don't agree with whatever they're espousing. But that's like my old, you know, I've talked about it before. My old debate teacher, he always was on the bent of, if you call somebody a name in a debate or in an argument, you've already lost your argument. You just by default have lost, because that means that you've run out of actual logical reasons why their argument does not hold up. And so you've basically lost the argument at that point. So I'm stumbling around everything, trying to get back to my fire. I remember when I watched The Last Jedi, I'm a huge fan of the original series. Oh yeah. I didn't like The Last Jedi for a lot of reasons. Well, I didn't like Last Jedi or the other one, whatever the other one was after that one. I didn't mind Force Awakens. It didn't feel new. It didn't feel exciting. I mean, despite all the criticism I would ever give the prequels, at least they were unique and interesting. Force Awakens was just a rehash of stuff that was already out there. I mean, it didn't have it. There were no new ideas in it. It was just a rehash of Star Wars. I mean, they didn't do anything interesting, which is, I think, the biggest complaint I had about Force Awakens. And then The Last Jedi was just a hot, stinking mess. Yeah, exactly. It was a poor movie, but I hope Killer Strawberry, it was setting stuff up. I like the idea of it setting up, like, this duality. I mean, when I came out of Force Awakens, here's my genuine thoughts of it. I was like, okay, it wasn't great. I understood why they killed Han Solo, because Harrison was kind of done with the franchise. I hated emo, I hated that Kylo ever took his helmet off. He was not After Kylo took his helmet off, there was no menace about him once his helmet was off. Let's put it that way. Kylo Ren without his helmet is just a whiny emo boy with a lightsaber. That's all he was. There was no menace to him. He just was not scary at all. When he had his helmet on, it was like, ooh, that guy I want to know more about this guy. He's intimidating. He's kind of cool. You know, and that's the thing, is that the reveal on him was just way too early and way too kind of like, oh, okay, well, that's where we're going with this. That kind of sucks. I mean, in my mind, if they wanted to follow the original Star Wars like line, here's what they should have done with Kylo Ren. Completely ambiguous about who he is in the first movie. We maybe hear a little bit about, Han Solo and Leia having a kid, and their 3 kids. Yeah, they actually had 3 kids, believe it or not, and they became one character. But they should have kept him ambiguous through that first movie about who he was, and then maybe like had the reveal in the second movie that he was Han and Leia's kid, and have that be like a holy, sort of like the Luke, the Darth Vader being Luke's father type thing, being a reveal in the second movie. They should have done that with him as well, and that would have made it a little bit interesting. Oh, the actor's talented, but the story was just bad. I mean, the story was just horrible with him. And then, the total wasted stuff with Finn, and total, it was just garbage with him. They couldn't do anything with him, for whatever reason. Not gonna say China. They totally messed up everything with Finn and made him just not even worth, like, worrying about. And then on top of that, having Mary Sue Ray, who was good at everything. Han Solo's been aboard the Millennium Falcon for better part of 2/3 of his life, yet she knows how to fix it better than him. Okay, I even suspending disbelief. I can't suspend disbelief. Well, Killer Strawberry, when they announced the Disillusion, when they announced that the extended universe was all going to be Legends, until of course they decided to delve into it for Star Killer and other stuff because their stuff is crap. When they announced that at the very beginning when they bought it, I knew that they were headed down a wrong path. I knew that was a bad idea. And this comes from somebody, I was not a huge fan of the extended universe. I never read a ton of the books or played a ton of the video games or anything like that. I'm not like a big extended universe stan. I'm not like going, hey, I know so much about it. I don't know a ton about the extended universe except for some of the comic book stuff I read. I read a couple of the books. I played a couple of the video games. But I knew when they were getting rid of all that canon, it was like, ooh, that can't be good. That can't be a good idea, because that stuff has been built up over the last 30-ish years, and that stuff was all approved by Lucas, and so that was all like, it wasn't like people were just writing that as fan fiction. You have to understand, anything that came out of Star Wars in that time was approved by Lucas, and it was actually like they actually said, yes, that is canon. So all of that stuff was canon until they just decided to say no, it wasn't any longer. And so it basically erased like 30 years of canon stuff that they had to draw on, and they could like make stories out of, and they just decided to go, yeah, we don't want that. It's like, what? It's like, are you guys insane? It's like having the script of a movie handed to you, and you go, nah, I gotta bet, and it's something that's been read by hundreds of thousands of people and they all love. And you go, nah, I got a better idea. It's like, Okay. Yeah, it would have been easy. All they had to, all they had to do, Killer Strawberry, is turn books into movies. It's not like they would have to write. They would have to hire a very basic. They would have to hire a very basic script writer to just basically turn the book into a movie, to make it into a screenplay. But they had everything laid out for them. They had the. It's sort of like how Game of Thrones crapped the bed in the last couple of seasons, because guess what? They ran out of George R.R. Martin material, and it showed how crappy those guys were at writing. They didn't have anything but an outline to work on, and that's what Disney decided to do with Star Wars. They decided, nah, we don't need all the stuff that's come before. We don't need that. We know better. And it's like, sorry. Well, I mean, honestly though, they're reaping the benefits of their labor at this point. I mean, they have a franchise that they turned from a multi-billion-dollar franchise into something that most of us who were Star Wars fans for the better part of 2/3 of our life won't even acknowledge anymore. Star Wars is dead. Doctor Who is dead. Star Trek is dead. Most franchises at this point are dead. And the biggest problem they have, Killer Strawberry, is that the anger is gone. I'm not even angry at them anymore. I'm just apathetic to anything they do. I'm just like, I don't care. I just don't. I've moved on. I've moved on so much from it at this point that I just don't care. In my head canon, Star Wars, all the extended universe stuff, all the comic books and everything, that is all still canon. It's all canon still. All the stuff that happened with Leia and Han and their kids, and Luke going to the dark side for a while and coming back, all that is still canon. And there's nothing they can do to. They can say it's not, but guess what? I can say it is, and it's all make believe anyway. So who cares? You can have your own canon. Have your own canon. You know. Dark Empire was amazing. I remember when Dark Empire from I think it was Dark Horse Comics that came out with that. Was that Dark that was Dark Horse, wasn't it? I remember when that came out. Yes, that was when Dark Horse really made. I mean, I feel bad for Dark Horse Comics because they're local. I mean, they're right here in Milwaukee where I live. And when, you know, they lost all the Star Wars, Terminator, Alien, Predator, they lost all of the rights to make those comic books. And they made really good comic books out of it. They made Old Republic comic books out of it. They made the Dark Empire series. They made so many good things out of that. And all of that was approved by Lucas. It wasn't like they were just making crap up. It was all approved by Lucas. It was all canon. So, yeah, it was a great period for Star Wars content. Oh yeah, it was almost like Sagicorn. It was almost like there was too much of it. I mean, but that's what my kids were reading. I gave them my Star Wars comic books from Dark Horse and said, "You want good Star Wars? You read this stuff. This is good Star Wars stuff. It's good Jedis, good heroes." And yeah, there were women Jedi. I know it's a shocker. Before Disney owned them, there were women Jedi. I know. Back in the Dark Ages, when we were oppressing the women out there, we allowed one or two to become a Jedi. I know. Yeah, who would have thunk it? There were black Jedi, there were women Jedi, there was different races of Jedi. I mean, I know. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. Which I've always found so funny because growing up in the sci-fi fantasy sphere, I love how they love to throw out that those of us in the sci-fi fantasy sphere are racist and sexist. We don't like women. I love Nerdrotic. I love how they Nerdrotic's my age. Nerdrotic's my bro. Nerdrotic is like me, basically. I love how they throw out that we're all these things, but growing up in that sphere, we were the most open-armed about accepting anybody in who loved the stuff we loved. We didn't care what race you were, sexuality, what demographic you came from. We didn't care about anything. If you loved what we loved, we would sit there and fight with you tooth and nail on all the details of it because we were nerds and that's what we did. But we were like accepting of everybody. We never excluded a single person who wanted to be part of our fun. If you loved comic books, you were welcome in my shop, no matter who you were. If you loved science fiction, we could talk for hours and be best bros. And it didn't matter what your race was, what sex you were, what your sexuality was. It didn't matter. We didn't even think about those things. It was no big deal. It's just and to have people like, you know, I've stopped being offended by it, but to have people like throw those accusations at you and you're just kind of like, huh? Where were you 30, 40 years ago when those kids were getting teased in school for liking Star Wars or liking certain nerdy things? And it didn't matter if you were black, white, Asian, male, female, gay, straight. If you enjoyed those things, you know what I'm talking about. You were teased for enjoying those because that was not cool to enjoy those things and go to school. To wear your Star Wars shirt or whatever. It's undeserved. And yes, are there people out there who probably are like that? I'm not going to disagree that there's probably some people like that. You'll find that in any group of people. There will always be people who have, you know, prejudices or bad intentions. But speaking as a whole, that's something I very rarely, if ever, saw in our sphere of friends that we had. Never. I mean, it just wasn't a thing. Tegeta, have a good one. We'll see you later on. A lot of good straight-up Star Wars books back. Then love Splinter of the Mind's Eye. Oh yeah, I've heard, that Splinter of the Mind's Eye is really good. There's just so much good stuff they could have drawn on. It's just sad. I think it's just sad, and basically they did it for the agenda. And it's not they thought, you know, they've gotten so bold of it that they don't even try to like hide the agenda anymore. They just go, this is what it is. And they actively tell, and here's the biggest thing that I don't understand, is they actively tell fans of the product, if you don't like it, we don't want you as fans anymore. It's like, well, the door's right there. I guess I'm leaving. It's like, well, then I'll just go. It's like, I'll find something else to enjoy. I mean, I'll find other video games. I find other science fiction. I really enjoyed The Expanse until the last couple seasons were kind of garbage. They kind of went down the route of a lot of stuff during the whole Identity era. I think history in 20 years or so, history will look back on 2015 to 2025, and I'm calling it right now. They're going to look back on that and they're going to go, that was the Identity era of entertainment. I'm going to coin that right now. They're going to call it the Identity era of entertainment, because identity and the message was more important during this time than the actual, you know, telling a good story and putting a good product out, and it shows. But I think in 20 years, you know, history always looks back and sees what actually was going on. You know, especially, you know, 20 years down the road, we'll be able to look back and see it with a clearer vision. But I think they will look back on it and they'll call it the Identity era, because it was all about identity. It didn't matter if you were a good actor or a bad actor. It mattered more on who you were, you know, as a creed, race, religion, whatever it was, versus whether you were good or bad. And it's an unfortunate place we've come to, but it is what it is. I mean, you know, and the nice thing is we have the option of just walking away. And that's what most of us Star Wars fans have done. I mean, and it shows in the box office. Yeah, it's funny. They haven't put out any new Star Wars movies in a while, have they now? I wonder why. I mean, I personally think the Obi-Wan show was meant to be a Star Wars movie, and they bailed on that idea because they know They knew that people were not going to go for it. They knew people were not. Shooty in the booty told us to touch grass. Oh yeah, and 3.1 million Doctor Who fans did. Yep, and his ratings for his newest episode, Az just did a video on this on YouTube. The ratings were down 600,000 from the preview episodes, which were at 2.6 and 2.4 million for the overnight. This one was down to just over 2 million. Just over 2 million. 2 million people for a Doctor Who show on opening night? What? What? David Tennant was pulling those in... David Tennant's episodes were pulling those in reruns. David Tennant episodes were pulling those... It was pulling multiples of that number in reruns. I guarantee it. Matt Smith was pulling that in reruns. Even Peter Capaldi was pulling that in reruns. I mean... Don't even get me started. I mean, Doctor Who's like one of my biggest things ever. They did ask an alien about his pronouns, so that was groundbreaking. That is true, Killer Strawberry. They did get the important stuff right. So doesn't matter that they've lost like 2/3 to basically 5/6 of their audience. They did ask an alien about his pronouns, so that made all the difference. That made up for it. And it's sad, too, because, you know, you got Russell T. Davies and Stephen Moffat, who did write some of the best stuff out there. Aww, a lurking resub from Little Blind Mouse. Thank you for that lurking resub. Thank you for the lurking resub there, Little Blind Mouse, for how many months? 54 months. Well, the thing is that, you know, I have nothing against...
Just resubscribe for 54 months. A lurking resub.
I have nothing against Shooty Godwa, or whatever his name is. I have nothing against him personally. I don't think he's a good doctor, just from his attitude. And I don't think he was hired on the merit of his acting. Let's put it that way. The other things I've seen him in, I was unimpressed. So, and you know, it's one of those things. They want the Doctor to go a certain direction, and like he said, if you don't like it, go touch grass and don't watch. That was the beginning of the end. They basically made it so that instead of William Hartnell, the first Doctor is now a 8-year-old POC girl. That's the actual first Doctor. And it's like, no, it's not. Basically, until you retcon Timeless Children or whatever they called that one, no. Until you retcon that and say that was all a fever dream, I have no interest in your franchise any longer. It's done. You're trying to erase the glorious history of something that has been around for over 50, well now 60 years. And yeah, no, it's good. I'm done. I'm not watching it anymore. It's basically not the Doctor. It's not Doctor Who any longer, is what it is. Not Doctor Who any longer. Oh yeah. Well, and I'm sorry. The Doctor is a male character. I didn't like it when they started doing the sex the Doctor could change their sex type thing. I didn't like that at all either. I thought that was just goofy political pandering. And no, that just to me was like no. You know, that was just something that I was like, yeah, that's not the Doctor. And it's like they could have done so much. They want a woman Doctor. You know, there was a girl back in the, I don't know, late 70s, early 80s. There was this character named Romana, who was a female Time Lord and a temporary companion to the Doctor. They could have done a whole spin-off show on her if they wanted to. Bring her back. The actress who played Romana is still alive. she could pass off the torch to a brand new, a brand new Time Lord lady if they wanted to. They could say she escaped the Time War somehow by being in E-space or something like that. Now I'm going back into some of the really big lore. Probably most of you don't know what E-space is. E-space was a special thing that they had in the Doctor. It was like a pocket dimension, basically. Think of it like that. They went into it for a brief amount of time. They could have her be in E-space, and she would have missed the Time War. And, well, but see, that's the thing. They can't... See, that brings me to my next point, Killer Strawberry. The reason they don't do that is because they know they couldn't push their agenda with such a show. It's not enough to have her as a Time Lord. It doesn't work if she's just a Time Lord. She has to somehow be able to push the agenda, and unfortunately, unless you have an established thing to do that, you have to write decent stories. And to write a decent story, you can't push that agenda. So it's like a big circle. You have to have an established IP to push the agenda. Because if you don't have the established IP, you can't push the agenda because nobody will watch. Because your stuff is dog shit. But if you have an established IP, you can push the agenda, but then it also ruins the viewer base. And so then you have to find another IP to push it on, because the IP that you have been pushing it on is now ruined. It's this never-ending cycle, and that's the reason they don't do it on brand new IPs. And if they do it on brand new IPs, those IPs don't ever really last. That's the problem when they've tried it multiple times to do it on new IPs, and those IPs die. Because you have to put the story first. I am not against anybody putting a message in a show. If you feel strongly about a message, Star Trek did that all the time in Star Trek Next Generation. Look at all the different episodes they've had of Star Trek Next Generation that had some sort of message in it. But guess what? We didn't care. Because the story was good, and the story carried the show, and we were like, okay, it's got a message in it. We don't have, we can either, go with it or not. It doesn't matter to us. And so the message, though, when it gets put before the story, it just kills everything. And Nerdrotic's been saying that for years. I mean, this is nothing new. I'm not reinventing the wheel here. I'm just espousing and agreeing completely with what he says. I watch Nerdrotic. I watch all those guys. They're just like me. They're big old nerds from the time they were 12, 13 years old to today. They were the guys who were told in high school that the stuff we liked was childish and stupid and not worth watching, and that we were kind of ostracized for liking it, but we were okay with that. We didn't care. We honestly didn't care back then. Well, we cared a little bit. I won't say we didn't care, but we cared a little bit. But we were happy doing our thing. Oh yeah, it's great to see him on big mainstream programs now. Well, the dude he's hit over 1 million subs on YouTube. He's kind of a big deal. I was watching him back when he was like at 500,000 or so, but he's kind of a big deal.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
All right, so we got that extra hacksaw here. How many arrowheads? We got 21 arrowheads. We now have a secondary knife. We have a secondary hatchet now as well. I have 2 hatchets, right? Yep, I got 2 hatchets, 2 knives. Oh, I didn't leave the heavy hammer over there. I need to do that. Okay. Let's eat down a meat pie. Well, he's a normal dude. As much as they want to paint him as this horrible person, he's just a normal dude who's very relatable. The dude has been through the dude has been through so much in his life. That dude has had an actual hard life. I mean, he's been to jail. He's been to jail for drugs. He's been to jail for other stuff. And well, actually, jail is the wrong term. He's been to prison. And we aren't talking just being in the lockup overnight. He's been to prison with bad dudes. I mean, the dude has turned around his life, and big props for him doing it. And for anybody who can turn around their life like that, he is living proof that you can change your life. He snuck in shout-outs for all of his buddies. Of course he did. He's the same. See, that's why I said Killer Strawberry. He's the same kind of guy I'd be. If I was on a show like that, I'd be like, oh yeah, don't forget about Hadrian, Zac Efron. Don't forget about, you know, this guy over here. Yeah, I'd like to talk about this dude. He's doing some really good stuff too. I mean, he always puts other people first. He always puts his buddies first. But that's the kind of dude he is. I mean, he's a cool guy. And I enjoy his stuff. I enjoy Az's stuff. Az is freaking hilarious. Az is like the British buddy that I wish I had, you know. He's like I know a guy named Doppelgamer over there, Pip, and he's sort of like, you know, he's like the only guy I know that's like in that area of the he's like the guy that I know in that area of the world that I'd say was like my bud. Well, other than Hawkeye, you know, Hawkeye, yeah, I guess Hawkeye slips in there too. But, you know, Az is totally cool. I think Az is freaking hilarious. Az went viral over Starfield. He went viral on Starfield. That was hilarious. Everybody was losing their mind over it. It's boring. Yeah. And honestly, that's the best description of Starfield you can get. I honestly didn't think it was a horrible game. It was just incredibly boring. I mean, the base building was stupid. It didn't work at all. It felt like an afterthought. It felt like an alpha version of a really bad idea. So the base building stuff was dumb in it. The storyline was kind of bland. The character interactions were horrible. And it was just boring. It was just overall boring. Hey, Radio Man, how you doing? You managed to use the term weaponized autism on Fox. Doesn't surprise me. And you know, honestly, it's one of those things where, you know, my kid, when he was younger, they were trying to diagnose him with Tourette's and autism and all this stuff. And yeah, maybe he's on that spectrum, but I was like, nah. I was like, nah. They wanted to put him on medication and all this stuff. My son's turned out completely freaking normal. Completely freaking normal. Oh yeah, he is down so much weight. Oh my god. He was down so much weight. He was my inspiration, Kenneth, to like, I'm not as good as Az. I haven't 100% given up soda, but I don't have soda in the house at all. If I'm out and having a dinner with friends or something, I'll have a Sprite or something, you know. But I've given up like all the really caffeinated sodas. But he was my inspiration to do that because I was feeling like it was hurting me. So he was my inspiration to do that and to get back in the gym as well. So how is he losing weight? He's in the gym. He's giving up alcohol, soda, and something else, energy drinks. He gave up all of that. And he's just going and working out. He's getting back in the gym and getting it done. And he's lost like, I think he's lost, Kenneth, hasn't Az lost like close to 80 or 100 pounds by now? I mean, he's lost a lot of weight. But that, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, hey, good for you. You got to take care of you. Nobody else is going to come along and do it for you. You got to take care of you and make those changes in your life. So definitely good on him for doing it. Yeah, let's drop our stuff off back here. But yeah, I catch Friday Night Tights when I can, and you know, I love most of the guys that are on there. I think that's just it's hilarious. It's fun to watch. So yeah, he's lost a lot of weight. He's lost a lot of weight. I usually try to watch the BBC as well. But I don't get to see that as often because it's when I'm streaming. Woo! Country Roads with a 39 month resub. Country Roads, take me home to the 39 month resub. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, Country Roads. All right, let's drop some fuel here. We're gonna drop these here because we'll have those when we come back. If we ever come back here to do anything again, let's drop that here. Let's drop that here. All right, I think it's time. I think, boys and girls, it might be time for us to go kill a bear, but I'm not 100% sure. I think that's what we should do. Let's grab a bottle of water. Yum yum. But yeah, you know, I look at it with no. See, for me, it's never been like a political thing or not liking certain people. It's just like leave my things that I love alone. You don't have to cut. Fans today of stuff are the same as the fans 100 years ago, 20 years ago, 40 years ago. We like entertainment, and I hate to break it to millennials and to Gen Z, but we had black heroes and women heroes and even gay heroes and gay people in stuff way before present day. So I started watching Mauler first after Last Jedi. I love Mauler. God, EFAP is one of my Killer Strawberry is one of my guilty pleasures. Oh, the EFAP, especially when they did that. Did you ever watch the breakdown of Arcane they did? Oh my god. They broke down Arcane frame by frame by frame by frame. I saw so much stuff in that I had never even seen while I was watching the show. There's so much stuff in Arcane that you never really, that it's a lot of the little stuff that they broke down that I just love. The 3-hour-long demolition of Last Jedi. Oh yeah. I liked his Black Widow, the breakdown of Black Widow when that came out. That was pretty awesome. That was pretty awesome. But they've done unadulterated praise of stuff too. I mean, you know, just has to be good. Give me good stories. That's all I want. Give me good stories, man. Okay, so there's nothing else in there. Sometimes there'll be a box out here. I don't see the box. So we could go to the Wolf's Cave, or I could go over here and see Papa Bear. Yeah, unfortunately, there's not a lot to get excited about, but they've done some unadulterated praise of stuff. Him and Fringy and Rags, they do unadulterated praise of things sometimes. I would love it. I don't think they have, but I would love to see them do a breakdown of I would love to see them do a breakdown of One Piece. The One Piece live action. I don't know if they've ever thought of doing it or if they've done it, but I'd love to see them do that. So I think there was a wolf out here. Yes, there was. Mr. Wolfie, I have something for you. I have something for you. Bear with me. I have to get it out here. I have to hold on while I whip this out. Oh, can he not get to me there? Oh, Jesus Christ. Hyperman X with the 1,000 bits. Thank you so much for the 1,000 bits there, my friend. All right, here we go. I have something for you. Hold on while I whip this out. There we go. Hello, Mr. Hyperman. How are you doing today? Let me get this fire started, and there we go. We'll get it start with a book, and then let's give Hyperman a little shout out if you've never ever checked out Hyperman X 2100 before.
Come on, little fire.
There we go. That's your pickup line, Killer Strawberry. Everybody go check out Hyperman X 2100.
Demanding, so I'm making sure.
Enjoy a little jump scare from, he'll have a little jump scare going too here and there.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Oh my god, I am not ready for this.
There's another wolf right here. I don't know where they're at. But they're freaking me out. Oh, there he is right there. Excuse me while I whip this out. Oh, shoot. That arrow went a long, long ways. I shot it out this way. It's gonna be so hard to see in the dark. I may never find it. Thank God I just made some new arrows. How annoying. I should not have taken that shot. I gotta keep reminding myself. It's not like regular play where I can just take a shot and not have to worry about it, like, doing stuff. How long is the night so far? We've been at it for over 116 nights. Whoa! Hello. This time I won't miss. Oh, this time I did miss. That time I didn't miss. Suck it, wolf. Okay. Well, maybe I can find that arrow again sometime. I mean, I shot from here. And he was up there. That arrow went flying over this hill. I don't think it hit the tree, no. Yeah, it went off in that direction. So let's look at our calendar here real quick, Hyperman. And let's see what's what. So we are now, oops, it's got to register all the stuff that we've done. We are now 114 days or nights into it so far. We just came here to craft up 21 arrowheads, a backup knife, and a backup hatchet. We got those done. So we're good there. And the extra arrowheads. So that's always a good thing too. I figured I'll just use this wolf just to get a little food, because why not? And we're pretty much just going to play this character until the new update comes out. And then we'll probably just start a new character and maybe try out that new misery mode. I wonder if we'll be really miserable or just slightly miserable. We'll see. Yum, yum. 38 minutes. The update? No, the update comes out in June. I think that's what they said anyway. I think that's what they said in the dev diary. So what do you think of the new stuff to come? I'm not a big fan of the cheating death thing, unless it has like severe consequences, like permanent afflictions that you now have. I'm not a big fan of that. It to me fundamentally changes the game in a way that I'm not a big fan of. So part of the unique charm and sort of uniqueness this game has is the idea of a permanent death. That if you die, you're done. You don't get a second chance. There is no cheating death, because it's not like it's like real life. You don't get to cheat death. If you die, you're done. So I'm not a big fan of that. I understand why people would want it in the game, but I'm not a big fan of it. Oh, there's another car battery here. Interesting. Well, it sounds like it's going to be in all the... It sounds like it's going to be in all the modes, all the regular gameplay modes, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Unless it's like 50% minus 50% speed or 50% condition. Yeah, if it's like a 50% condition hit, then maybe. I mean, I'm still not going to be a fan of it. I personally will never play with it. I'll probably try it just to see what it does, but I'm not going to play with that on my gameplay modes. If we do play with it, we'll probably like start up just a survivor, we'll kill them and just see what happens. But I'm not going to use that as a gameplay mode that I usually use, no. Yeah, it sounds like you can just ignore it, but, you know, for me, Christine, I think the thing about it is that it used to be, you know, it used to be a big, to me, it was a selling point of the Long Dark that made it stand out from all other survival games out there. That although other survival games out there sometimes give you a hardcore or a one life Iron Man mode, Long Dark, that was the only mode you got. You did not get to choose a different kind of mode with the Long Dark. You either played Iron Man or you didn't play the Long Dark. And that was always, to me, kind of a cool selling point of the game, is that it did not offer anything other than that, unless you were playing story mode, which is a different thing altogether. Yeah, I don't know, Hyperman. I don't know if it will let you cheat death, like falling off a bridge or a cliff or something like that. I don't know if it's going to allow you to do that. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But yeah, I mean, you know, you'll be able to choose not to play with it, but it's the only thing I'm not super happy about. Everything else I'm happy about. New player mode. I mean, I wish, to be completely honest, I mean, as misery mode sounds interesting and everything, I almost wish they would have worked on a gameplay mode that fell between Stalker and Interloper myself. I wish they would have come up with a sort of an intermediate mode that sort of eased people from Stalker to Interloper. Because Interloper and Stalker are such different games. So I don't know. You know, I'm happy they're coming out with a new harder mode. I think there'll be a lot of people who are happy about that as well. But I think that Woo! Grandmother G with a 9 months. Our Twitch baby is here. Thank you so much, Grandmother G. So yeah, I mean, I'm just saying though, I would have liked if they had added another mode. Thank you for the 9-month resub. That is awesome. Thank you so much for that 9-month resub there, Grandmother G. And hello to you. So yeah, I mean, overall, I'm pretty excited about the stuff. I'm interested to see how the Cougar affects our play. I'm interested to see, you know, a lot of the things that are going to be added. They're going to be added into it. So, for sure. And, you know, I'll take it all with a grain of salt before I get too, I'm not going to get too judgy on what they're adding. I mean, I have my own opinions on the things I think they're adding and what they're not adding and whether it's good or bad or indifferent, but I could have sworn that was the bear right there. Like, if you fell off the broken ravine railroad, you can't really get back up. Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna work that, Hyperman. Because yeah, it's not like you can get back up from that at all. I don't know how that's gonna exactly. Oh Jesus Christ! How that's gonna exactly work. Thank you, BK, for the bear apocalypse there.
Perfect.
So yeah, I'm not sure how that's exactly going to work in the overall meta of the game. All right, let's break down some torches. But I guess we'll see. Bear's gonna come back and go, somebody's been sitting in my cave. I'm gonna have to add a cougar apocalypse now? Yeah. Yeah. Something like that. All right, there's a deer up here we can harvest. I don't hear the bear yet. Doesn't mean he's not here. I just don't hear him yet. Sometimes there will be birch right over here on this little area. See, I think, here's my personal feeling. I think Perseverance Mills is going to be across this bridge. I think we're going to get a broken bridge type situation where they put a little area that goes across this bridge and Perseverance Mills will be on the other side. Bears of unusual size. No, I don't believe they exist either, Christine. I don't believe they exist either. B-O-U-S's? Nah. There's a toolkit right down here on the floor. Faith, hello, hello, hello. I am back, Faith. We've changed up our schedule a little bit to accommodate me driving for Lyft more often. Because my driving schedule just was not fitting in. I tried it for a couple of months to kind of see if I could make it work, and I just couldn't make it work. So I decided to change my streaming schedule so that it more fits in with my driving schedule, and there you go. And so now we're going to be doing noon to 6. Wednesdays off still from streaming. but noon to 6 otherwise. And, you know, we'll start with Long Dark like usual. And then on Thursdays will be a little bit different. Every other Thursday we'll be doing 1 to 5, and it's only going to be D&D. And then the other Thursdays, like this coming up Thursday, we'll start at noon with 7 Days to Die, and then switch at 3 to State of Decay 2. So we'll have zombie D&D Thursdays. So yep, I'm changing it up a little bit, mainly to accommodate my new schedule. I didn't hit him. Oh, Jesus. That was awkward. He looked at me in fear. I looked at him in fear. And he went, no. And I went, no. And we both ran by each other. Wow, there's 2 deer in here. Very nice. I like it. So 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. Yep. The only time zone that matters. That time we hit him. That time we hit the little bugger. I might as well sit here and get the deer hides. Nice, so I might actually catch some Long Dark streams. Exactly, yep. So we're shifting it back. I got desperate to watch an old run on YouTube. Well, thank you for watching the old run on YouTube. I'm still trying to get notification. So I applied for the they're going to be doing another streamer weekend for 7 Days to Die. And they're going to be doing that here before the version 1.0 comes out. And so I applied to do that. I haven't heard back from them yet, but I was wondering when that was going to happen. So yes, we will be hopefully part of it. I applied for it. Like I said, I haven't heard back from him yet on it, but hopefully that'll be something we are a part of. Oh, there he is. I was like, wait a second, he's still howling out here? Why is he still howling out here? Where's the wolf? Oh, there's the wolf. Okay. So yeah, I hope your driving schedule works out better. Well, yeah, I mean, my driving schedule was working out, BK. I tried for about a month and a half to 2 months to see if I could do the new driving schedule and keep up the streams at the same time I've been doing them, and it just wasn't working out. I was oftentimes getting home too early. I was getting home and not having enough time to sleep between driving and stream, and then my nighttime was all thrown off. It just wasn't working out as good. And so this is going to work out way better because I basically am getting up now at like basically noon every day, 11:30 to noon, starting to stream. Stream starts the day for me. I eat my breakfast, then I stream till about 6, and then I can get stuff done in the evening. Then I go out driving, and then I get home in the morning about 4, maybe 5, and then I go to sleep and sleep all the way till noon. And that's working out. That's going to work out way better. So it just fits better into my schedule, and it doesn't leave little gaps where I'm trying to catch 4 hours of sleep here. I was finding myself getting very tired and exhausted quickly because I just was not getting enough sleep at night, is what it came down to. So this is going to work out, I think, way better for me. And I'm sorry for anybody that it doesn't work out for. If you're on YouTube, you can watch it anytime you want to. Yeah, you gotta have your sleep. Yep. Yep. I'm old. I need my sleepy poos. Okay, let's get a little bit of... Let's make some venison pies. Let's actually cook... No, let's cook that. Yeah, let's cook some venison pie. So yeah, it's gonna work a lot better. It's gonna work a lot better for me. I can't watch certain streamers because they stream a lot at night. Not getting enough REM sleep in 4 hours. Pretty much, yeah. My body starts going, what the hell are you doing to me, son? I'm like, I'm sorry, body. I'm a naughty with a hottie body. I can't help it. Heyo. All right, let's make 3 more venison pies. And then let's go ahead and place the... We shouldn't have to do that every single time. Get the hides. So yeah, our new schedule is going to be noon to 6, which is 3 to 9 p.m. on Eastern time, which, like BK says, that's the only time that matters, I guess. So how much water do I have right now? Yeah, let's do another liter of water here. Why not? So we got a new schedule, but we're going to do the same great games. We're going to have fun still. Going to bed to 5 or 6 a.m. would be perfect for me, but unfortunately there are any graveyard accounting jobs. That's the nice thing with driving for Lyft, is I pretty much just choose my times and I go for it. So as long as I get my time in, I'm good to go. But yeah, that's why I'm checking my emails. I'm trying to see if they email me back about the streamer weekend, because if I do get accepted into it, I have to do like an announcement thing where I have to do a little announcement video and put it up on Twitter or something. I have to go figure that out. I got a social media about it and say, hey, I'm gonna be part of streamer weekend. Put a YouTube video up about it or something. But hopefully I'll be part of it. They said in the little application thing that if you're partnered on Twitch, then all you have to do is apply. So that's what I did. I applied for it. And so far I haven't heard anything back, but that's okay. You know, I'm not gonna, you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I'm excited for version 1.0 of 7 Days to Die come out, for that to come out. That's gonna be absolutely awesome. All right, so let's grab our skillet. We're a wee bit overweight. Let's go ahead and break that torch down. Break that torch down. Oh, I guess I could. Well, I'm going to drag the hides out here, and then I'll leave them. I'll start curing them out here. That'll make it so I can move around in here a little faster. We are pretty tired, too, so we probably need to sleep a little bit. Wolfie boy's down out here, too. There we go. Oh, I still can't move fast because I need to eat a Yeah. Yeah, I'm 2 kilos over right now. God, look at all that canned food I found. Holy crud. That's a lot of canned food. Oh, Jesus. Faith with a $25 tip. Thank you so much for the $25 tip. Nothing to say, Faith? What? I can't wait for the 1.0 release. Cough, cough, Alpha 22. Yeah. I think they got tired, BK, of people telling them, I'm tired of alphas. When are you going to fully release it? They said, we're just doing it. Thank you, Faith, for the $25 tip there. I appreciate that very, very much, darling. You are always so sweet and kind and generous. I appreciate that so very much. Thank you, thank you. I was at the store the other day and I bought limeade. I bought a juice of lime, basically a lime, like a lime, instead of like orange juice, it's lime juice, and it's so good. Oh my god. Just because I'm happy to see you. Aw, well, I'm happy to see you too. We got 2 rifle shells up here. Woohoo! Oh, I said just because I'm happy to see you. For some reason that didn't come across. I don't know why. I don't know why that didn't come across. That is so weird. Well, I'm happy to see you as well. But yes, the 1.0, I think that's them. Well, I think also BK, they're doing 1.0 because now they are I think they've come to terms with all the console stuff, and so they are re-releasing it on console, and this is a way for them to say, okay, this is officially the game that's going to keep getting updated on console, and that you'll be able to, you'll be able to play on console and get all the updates and stuff for it. So I think that's one of the other reasons they're going to the 1.0, is because this gives them the opportunity to actually give console players what they've been wanting for so long, and that's a fully updated edition. Because unfortunately, even though 7 Days to Die right now on console has the name, it's not in any way owned or controlled by Fun Pimps. I mean, it just isn't. Yeah, and they wanted to move away from being the Forever Alpha game. Yeah, that too. Which I think is a good move for them. I think it's a smart move. I mean, they can still, after version 1.0, they can still work on the game, add to the game, change the game. You know, they can still put things in and do a whole bunch of stuff, but now they'll be known as, oh, they actually released that game. It's sort of like how The Long Dark, State of Decay 2, and a lot of the other games do it. They just keep updating it, making it better, giving us more stuff. I mean, honestly, I don't care if they're an alpha forever. It doesn't bother me. I know it bothers some people, though. Woo! Sarathan with the 8-month resub.
I would drink almost anything about now.
Thank you so much, Sarathan, for that 8-month resubberoo. Appreciate that very much, my friend.
Subscribed for 8 months.
The old console version does belong to the Fun Pimps, but the old game is not compatible with current game engines. Oh, it does belong to Fun Pimps? Yeah, and I think they want to divorce themselves from that, because they get a lot of flack for that. As far as like, it's not a complete game, you know, you're charged, you know, we paid money for an incomplete game, what's up with that? It's like, well, that's, you know, that's just how it was. Do we know the changes with 1.0? You know, I have not gone in depth. I don't know if they've listed the changes with 1.0. I think they have listed some of them, but I haven't delved very deep into the 7 Days to Die changes that they're gonna make. Let me look at their... Yeah, they have their trailer out, but I don't know. New POIs, armor, clothing, character models. I thought they were going to change water again as well. Like, they were going to take away... They basically were going to take away the, like, the dew collectors are going to collect unpurified water now. And so you have to purify the water you get from dew collectors. That's something I think I heard. I think I heard that as well. Well, and from the trailer, from the version 1.0 trailer, it looks like there's a ginormous 4x4. Maybe they just updated the 4x4. Hey, there's a fish. I found a fish on the beach, boys and girls. A frickin' fish. The vehicle appearances, okay. I was watching a guy on YouTube, BK, who was going back and playing all the previous versions of the game. Like showing what alpha, you know, 11, 15, 16, 17, what all those look like. And wow, the game has changed so much. So much just in the UI. The way that, you know, they used to have the thing in the game where if you weren't... It's sort of like the well-fed, but if you didn't have a good diet, your health would start going down. Your overall health would be lower. They had so much. It was so crazy. It was crazy to see some of the old character models they had for some of the zombies. It was cool though. I have neither seen nor heard the Desolation Point Bear yet. So weird. Maybe he found that meat that I left him in his cave, and he was like, "Thank you, Athena," and he's just leaving me alone. So yeah, there will be some neat changes that come with version 1.0. It's basically like another big, you know, a big change to the game.
Starting to feel numb.
I mean, a couple of tips I'd give people who are starting to play 7 Days to Die is if you ever see the trader have glue or duct tape on them and you can afford it, buy them. Hey, Big Fish! Thank you for the host and the raid! Oh my goodness, Big Fish with 27 viewers coming on in! It's a Big Fish raid! Hello, Big Fish! Hello, Tunza! How are you today? How are you? How are you? We are still in our Endless Night mode. We're about 116 days in. Go check out Big Fish. Last playing some Long Dark. Go give him a follow, give him some love. It's going well. It's going well. Yeah, we are stumbling around in the dark out here because it's Endless Night. So it's loads of fun. Hello, Cole. Hello, boys.
I'll take it.
100% torch, I'll take that over that any day. Damn marine flares. Nothing but noise and annoyance. Noise and annoyance, that's all those marine flares are. I really wish there were a few more fire barrels inside caves. Another pistol. Ooh! What do we think it's at? I'm gonna be conservative on this one. 74%. 74, I think, is probably closer to where it's at than what I'm. Yeah, it's probably. I love it to be in high condition, but I'm gonna say 74%. We got 80%, 90, 32, 66 grandmother G, 47. All right, here we go.
Hope nobody needs
96. Tanza, you're the closest without going over, so come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. On the Fire Striker is Right. Wow, so that gives us a 89 and a 96 Fire Striker. On an endless night mode, that is like a godsend. Yeah, you need to go on Price is Right now, Tanza. You were closest without going over, so. I was being conservative. I was thinking, 74% is probably about where it's going to be. Little did I know it was going to be much higher than that. I still want to go up to Katie's secluded corner. And we're at 66 kilos. When am I not overweight? When am I not overweight? Oh well, we'll get out of here. We'll drop the travois. We'll put a bunch of stuff in it and carry it up to the church. Oh, and there's more stuff down here. Of course there is. Justin, hey man. We had a big we had a big with the Indiegogo, and my producer said we should wait and launch the website and mail list first. So I took the post in the Discord off, moving it to an actual website. Oh man. So we had something with. So it went. Did it go good with the Indiegogo then? You need to come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. Well, that's. I'm taking it. That's good news, Justin. That the Indiegogo went well. Nothing in there. Make me sad. It makes me sad, Mom. We had a loading issues. It was just too early. My producer said, "Oh, okay." Well, it's good to hear that it went well, though. I mean, that's good news. I'm happy for you. So you guys took it down as an Indiegogo. Okay, I'm gonna delete my post off there as well. Delete message. There we go. Did that delete it? There we go. Okay, I got mine deleted off there as well. So yes, Tanza, go pick some lotto numbers. That's what you need to do. Go pick up those lotto numbers now. Oh man, this walk is long. I should have got my I forgot to put my travois down. But now I'm so close, it's like I'd spend the same amount of time loading everything into the travois and hauling it over here as it would take me just to walk over here anyway. So we're just gonna walk. Oh, very, very nice, Justin. Well, when you get that website up, Justin, feel free to drop a link. Oh, we got an Aurora coming on. Feel free to drop a link for that in the Discord again as well. And swing on by, Justin, and let us know when that's going on. And when you drop that link in, then we can put it out there for people as well. We could even make like maybe even a... We could even make like an exclamation point an exclamation point command where you can just type in like movie or something like that. It would pull up your web page for it. That'd be kind of cool too. All right, so let's drop our. Oh, I got a fish on me. Let's drop these. All right. So yeah, we could even do something like that for you, where people could just type in movie, and then they could just see what the link was. It would just have the link pop up in chat for the link to the to your website. That would totally be cool. Totally be something we could do. All right, let's get this fire built up here. Got a piece of fur. Got a reclaimed wood. We got some sticks. Let's throw a few coal on there too. Oh yeah. There we go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Okay, can I just put this torch out? Thank you. Aha, some coho salmon for us. Woohoo! Let's go. I've got a few pieces of coal here. I've got a couple pieces of coal. Oh, we need to drop the guts over here. And then let's drop the hides as well. Do I have enough cans? I have enough, but I can't do the can yet. I can't do the can. 10 minutes left on the coho. Yum, yum. There's some vitamin C for us. Yummy. All right, that's going to help stave off vitamin C for a little bit. How long do we got left on that? 5 minutes till boiled. Let's get that boiled. Do a little half liter in each one. And let's prepare up our rose hip. The good news is we're outdoors, but we're by a fire and we're protected. Mushroom. Rose hip. Oh, my dear, you will carry this load as long as I want you to carry it. Look how gorgeous this zone can be. Now that right there is a screenshot, boys and girls. Adrian moment. Oh, I like the lighthouse lighting up like that. That is cool. Oh yeah, I like that. That is really cool. Got a screenshot over there. Roast beef on hard roll with mozzarella, cheese, tomato, and chipotle sauce. Heat it in the oven until the cheese melts. Yum! Where is that delicious, sinful thing coming from? Yummy! What day are we on? We right now are on day... It takes a second here. We are right now on day 116. It's 117 because we lived 116 days. Unfortunately, the dev diary, this thing doesn't... The daily log does not keep up with the 394 locations we've been in. But yes, we've succeeded in getting to 117 days. Which is pretty dang good so far. We got our second forge run done. Although we only have 5 arrows left right now. We have another 21 arrowheads on us. So we are loaded up on arrowheads. Now we just have to get back to Coastal Highway, do some crafting in the garage. We got lots of bear and wolf meat, or bear and moose meat at the garage because we killed both of them there. Ooh, now we have red going on. Ooh, awesome. Now the red skies have taken over. That is cool. Got some nice screenshots tonight, boys and girls. Oh, yeah. See, we can even look at. See, here's the screenshots we've been taking. So here's the screenshots we've been looking at. Look at those beauties. Look at those beauties. Oh, that's so beautiful. Alright, what is weighing us down right now? Okay, we have these books on us we need to read. Let's read this book for 5 hours. Actually, we have 5 hours on the fire. Oh, yeah. We've got plenty of time to read. Read our book. There we go. We can burn the book. Take a drink of water. Read our other book. There we go. Ooh, revolver firearm level 4, boys and girls. Which is good, because guess what? We do have a revolver. And so now we are a master. Well, we aren't a grandmaster, but we're a master of the firearm, of the revolver. So we got minor aim assist, struggle effectiveness by 20%, recoil, compensation increased by 50, 4 condition per action repair. So we are now an expert. We are now an expert. Not a master quite yet. I was thinking we might have stepped up to master, but not quite yet a master. Now I am the master. When you left me, you were but the apprentice. I was but an apprentice, but now I am the master. Only a master of evil, dog. I want to go see. Sometimes there's a maple up on the hill over here. I don't see it from here, but we're gonna go up here anyway. No, I see no maple up there. Not quite up to Dirty Harry, but getting there. Yeah, we aren't quite Dirty Harry standards yet. Oh, that was nice. That was really nice. Got that cedar all chopped up, ready to go. Yeah, I know, my dear. We need to still sort out weight stuff on you. She's gotta wait. I never had a chance without you. And I only want to say I love you one more time. Okay, let's break these planks down. There we go. And yes, that was a little white lion I was trying to do there. It probably wasn't that good, but I was trying to do a little white lion there for you. Okay, let's drop the tinder plug over here. And throw it in the corner. Throw that in the corner. Put the tinder plugs in the corner. Drop those here. Let's go ahead. What else do we have on us? I have a piece of metal on me, which is nice. I don't need it. But that's nice to have. I also think I have a toolkit, don't I? Yes, I have. I actually found another quality toolkit. Which actually, you know what we should do? Here's what we should do. You know what? We got a cured birch there. Let's go back to... Yeah, I've got 2 flare guns as well, yeah. I don't need either of them right now. Let's go back over to Hibernia. And we got that cured birch. We can actually... Hibernia is nice because it has a... It has a workbench, and then it has a fireplace right by it. I'm gonna leave my extra hatchet. I'm just gonna sharpen that up and leave that as my secondary knife. Extra hatchet and extra knife here. Okay, I'm gonna take my reclaimed and I'll take a couple pieces of coal. Okay, I don't need all these arrowheads because I'm not gonna use them all. So let's go ahead and... Actually, I have another pistol too, don't I? I've got another pistol. I forgot completely about that. Actions, unload. And then let's drop that second pistol. So it had a few rounds in it, so that's kind of nice. That'll take some weight off us as well. Break that down. So yeah, we're gonna go back. We're gonna craft up, and we're also going to repair the transmission tower in this zone. All right, let's go ahead and drop a few things in here that we don't need to take with us. So I don't need 17 cloth. I don't need those. I don't really need that. Don't need all those. Don't need all the flares. Don't need those. Don't need that. I have 93 ammo. I mean, it doesn't weigh very much, but I don't need to carry it all with me right now. Oh, I have a bunch of... I was like, where is all the weight coming from? I have all this clothing on me that I need to break down. Let's break down some clothing, boys and girls. That's one thing. Yeah, blue flares do suck. The only redeeming quality to blue flares, Fire Monkey, is if you spawn in Desolation Point, you're guaranteed to get 3 blue flares at Hibernia. If you go to the Riken first and get the key, you'll get 3 blue flares, and that's basically a free chance to make fire at the very beginning of the game, which is actually pretty damn nice. So that's the only like redeeming quality they have, is if you spawn here. They don't do anything. From what I've been able to determine, they do nothing different than any other flare in the game, except that you can walk through water with them, and the other problem blue flares have is they don't last very long. They're a very short-lived flare. They burn out in a very short amount of time. So you have a very short amount of time. You can literally try to light a fire 4 times with it. If you do not light the fire on that 4th time, the flare will burn out. So they last for a very short amount of time, and they don't really do anything other than, you know, they don't do anything spectacularly different than other flares do. And I wish they did. I wish they were like spectacularly different than other flares, but they're not. I've never found them to do any different scare off ability than anything else, to be honest. Well, Fire Monkey, I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're able to be chatting. It's good to have you chatting. We have a 26-month resub coming from Tippity to hand. Tippity, how you doing, buddy? Thank you so much for that. Oh, Jesus Christ. And a bear apocalypse right on top of it. Thank you for the 26 month. 26 months. Oh my goodness gracious. Why does it say new messages below? That's weird. 26 months, my friend. That's a long time. That is a long time. All right, we don't have anything in there right now. I think, why is that cup of coffee at 26%? Oh, you know what? We found this cup of coffee, boys and girls. So if you're ever trying to level up your skill, if you drop a cup of coffee that you found near a fire and warm it up, once you drink that cup of coffee, you'll get a once you pick it up, you'll get a skill up. If you are not at cooking 5, you'll get a skill up. I'm at cooking 5, so I don't get the skill up. But if you're not at cooking 5, you'll get a skill up for doing that, which is really cool. These say they have moderate vitamin C in them. They actually have quite a bit of vitamin C in them. All right, we got 2 hours on that. We're at 44 kilos right now. I have all my arrowheads still on me. Okay. I was still sorting material when I saw all that. When I saw all of the... I can only make 3 arrows anyway. And I have feathers to make them. I have the birch to make them. Let's throw some cured leather in here. Throw a little more cloth in there. Let's throw the gunpowder in there. I want the quality tools. I have all these cans now. Actually, I'm just going to put those on the ground. Okay. Hey, Evangelist, how you doing? How's it going today? Okay, so we're gonna put the cans down. Because they can. All right, we're at 42 kilos. That is beautiful. That is a beautiful travel weight right there, my friends. All right, we got that there. We got that there. We got a little bit of food on us as well. Excellent. All right, let's go. Let's go. Woo! It's a beautiful day out, too. Or a beautiful night out, I should say. Not a beautiful day. It's a beautiful night. Maybe we'll see the rare moose. Maybe we'll see the rare moose over here. Oh, it's Xanax. Hey, well, welcome back, Xanax. Welcome back. With the new name. Now, I believe there is a command, Xanax. I don't know if you care about your points, but I believe there is I think it's a name change. And then you have to spell your old name exactly as it was spelled. So if you type name change and then you put in your old name. If you do name change in your old name, it'll transfer your points from your old name to the new one, because Stream Elements does not recognize name changes. It recognizes your account, but it won't recognize the name change that you've done to it. So if you want your points transferred over to your new name, you'll have to do that exclamation point name change to get them over to it. And then you just type in your old name, and it should transfer them over. So. You can go, oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Gamble all my points?
Oh my.
Woo! Now let's slots them. Slots all. Oh, I lost all my points.
Stuff will come in handy.
Easy come, easy go. I'm Mr. Easy Come, Easy Go, short bus. There, I'll stake you a few points. I still have not seen the bear one time in this zone. I haven't seen the bear at all. None. Which is really weird. Really, really weird. Oh, what's this weather alert? Weather alert expected. Okay, rain coming. Okay. Duh, it's Oregon. It's rainy season. Of course there's gonna be rain coming. I want to go out here and check the beach real quick. How is it with the coastal highway moose? Can I tell it's there? The coastal highway moose will always spawn near the garage, and there's no markings or anything. But he always spawns near the garage. Give you guys night vision. It's still pretty dark, but looks like the weather's coming in. I don't see anything down near Beachcombe, and I think I need to go further down the beach. Oh, geez, there's a wolf. Oh, I missed him. I couldn't see him in the dark. Oh, jeez Louise. Oh, God, get off me. You little bastard. No, there's several places that have moose markings. I need to get myself bandaged up here, but I want to get inside first. Wow. Ouch. So there's a couple places that don't have moose markings. The one in Mystery Lake by the and let's see what he did to my clothing. That's what I'm worried about. Yeah, he wrecked my clothing down pretty far too. That sucks. That's more disappointing than the health. The health I don't have to heal. I don't have to mend back up. All that clothing I have to mend now. But so that's one that has no moose markings. There's also no moose markings in Desolation Point. Desolation Point, the Desolation Point moose spawns on the bridge, and he is not always up, but he has no moose markings either. And the other one that has no moose markings is in Mystery Lake. There's no moose markings by the Mystery Lake moose. That is over by the Trapper's Cabin. So Trapper's Cabin will not have one either. So there's several moosies that have no markings on them at all. And I think the one in the Forsaken Airfield doesn't have markings as well. Alright, that should give us enough light to craft over here. They're sneaky moose, yes. Once you know where they are, it's not a big deal, but yeah, they are sneaky little moosies. Alright, let's eat up real quick. I wanted that, thank you. And a few more ketchup chips. A little bit of that. We're only making 3 arrows. It's not like we're making a ton of arrows here. I just want to make 3 arrows so we could, like, go outside and maybe do something. Okay, we do need to get some water boiling, so let's go do that. Then we can make 1 arrow. And that should give us a chance to get our water there. Yeah, that wolf kind of wrecked our face there. I don't like wolves that wreck faces. He made my day very bad. I'm eating low-condition food and not feeling sick. I have achieved cooking 5. So once you have gotten yourself to cooking 5, you can never get parasites or food poisoning from anything that is either cooked or man-made. So cooked and man-made food, once you reach the cooking 5 status, you are completely safe from anything that you have cooked and anything that you pick up that's already been made by you know, any of the canned foods or anything like that. But it takes a while to get to cooking 5, so that's why, yeah. So yeah, cooking 5 is kind of the ultimate in eating. And so yeah, once you get that cooking 5 status, you're like, I'm set now, and you are usually pretty dang good at that point. So I have a hard time finding a skillet. None in Desolation Point, Coastal Highway, and Pleasant Valley. Is it possible I have missed a spot? Probably Pleasant Valley. You just missed seeing it, would be my guess. Because in Pleasant Valley, you'll usually get one in either the Thompson's Crossing or the farmhouse. One of those 2 places will generally have a skillet all the time. Now, it's not 100%. You may have not missed it. It may just be that you didn't find one in your run. But I've generally found one there all the time. Check around here for another quick second. Oh, you know, one place we didn't go is we didn't go in through the office here. I mean, I went into the office, I searched the office, but I didn't go out on this side. And over to this dude, who sometimes has some loot. He'll sometimes have a bag of chips or something for us, a flare or something.
This'll come in handy.
Or a ragged hoodie that does us no good whatsoever.
Wonder if I can drop any of this.
We're trying to get back to the secret hidey hole. So shh. There's a little secret hidey hole back there that sometimes has stuff in it. look, there's a backpack. And there was nothing else back there. I think people have found bedrolls back there now, though. Oh, and then there's that. God dang it, there's that one crate. One crate right there. I call him Lonely Larry. Yeah, he is kind of a lonely dude. Can I build a fire? Can I build? I can't start campfires in here, can I? Nope. Nope. You found a bedroll there? Okay. So yeah, it's not just a rumor. People are actually finding bedrolls back there, which is good. It's good to know. So if you come here, you want to break those down and possibly find a bedroll back there, so. Never a bad idea. I do not have much food on me at the moment. Interesting. I'm almost thinking we go... Let's see, I think we sleep and then we go to the bear's cave and get our meat. Let's go ahead and drink a herbal tea. That will help us get a little more restful sleep tonight. Let's also drink a... Drink down a Reshi tea to get the rest of our liquid back. There we go, and they gave us some calories as well. But you can see whether it's there without breaking the crates. Oh, so it's not like the backpack, which is kind of nestled behind. You can actually look back there with those crates still in full form, and you can see it. Okay, well that's good to know. I've never found one back there, so I didn't know exactly where it sat. So what I'm doing right now is I'm drinking these teas down to little bitty bites. I'm getting my calories, because they're all 125 calories in water. And then I'm saving the last little tiny bite of it, and that's going to give me medicine down the road. There we go. Oh, and I got this one here, but I'm not going to drink that one right now. Okay, there's the window. The door should be right in here somewhere. There we go. I'm gonna see if we can go to the bear's cave. The bear's not gonna be out right now. But the bear's cave has some meat in it for us. I did make all 3 arrows, yep. I made all 3 arrows. I basically boiled water and made an arrow, boiled water, making an arrow, boiled water, making an arrow. So I did that 3 times. Hello, Wolfie. Woo! That is a storm and a half out there, boys and girls. Woo! Let's go. Oh yeah, for the hydration, yeah. There's no wolves out here. But yes, teas are great. They give you in less weight, they give you the same hydration as a 1/4 liter of water, which costs a 1/4 kilo of carry weight. So that's another reason to make lots of teas, is because you're basically carrying the same amount of water in a 1/10 of a kilo tea. It's a very efficient way to carry your stuff around. And every tea that you cook gives you a cooking skill up, which is also very important too. So you kind of get a bonus off of it. Hey, look, there's some meat.
The power in the verse can
Noah,
stop me.
thank you so much for the follow there. I appreciate that very much. Do I want to build the fire here? Sure. No, actually, you know what? I'm going to build it towards the back of his cave. Because if this dies down and he respawns, if you were to eventually die in this game, why would this be? If I was to die, it would probably be to a wolf attack or a bear attack. Probably a wolf attack would probably be the thing that gets me. and I'd probably be low on health due to the weather being bad, and then a wolf would attack me and hurt me a lot, and it would make me die. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and repair some more clothing if we can. I can't repair any of that because that's skin clothing. Let's repair that. But that would probably be what caused me to die, Ridvan. Let's repair that. Oh, I have no more cured leather. That's okay. Let's harvest that. It wouldn't be due to lack of materials or food, no. Materials and food you can easily come by, so it wouldn't be due to a lack of those. But it would be due to a wolf. I'd probably die to a wolf, and I'd die not even so much from the wolf, but I'd die because the weather took such a toll on me that the wolf just kind of finished me off. If that makes sense. Because that's usually, honestly, that's what usually happens to most players. Yes, a wolf directly killed you, but you were indirectly killed by the elements long before that wolf ever took the last bite out of you. The wolf may have been the factor that ended your run, but the weather and all that stuff is what actually killed your butt. Yum, yum, yum! Some wolfy meats. That's also one thing, too. Before you get cooking 5, you do not want to eat wolf or bear meat. Before cooking 5, eating wolf and bear meat is a very bad idea because of this little thing called intestinal parasites. And intestinal parasites, especially on Interloper, are the bane of your existence. Yes, I could wake up spooning a bear here. That's why I'm nestled behind my fire. So the intestinal parasites on Stalker and Voyager, because I know that you can't get intestinal parasites on Pilgrim. I don't know if you can get them on Voyager, but I know you can get them on Stalker. So at least on Stalker, they only last 10 days. On Interloper, they last 20 days. And you have, well, a minimum of 20 days. And the way to get rid of intestinal parasites is every 24 hours in game, you have to take a mushroom tea or antibiotics. And yeah, exactly. 1% risk of getting intestinal parasites is like 99% chance of you getting them. That's the odds right there. But if you get intestinal parasites on Interloper, it takes 20 days to get rid of. And what happens to you is every day until the parasites are healed completely, you lose overall max health and you lose overall max stamina. Now you will get those back once you cure your intestinal parasites. But before you cure your intestinal parasites, you just start losing more and more. Your health basically gets knocked down more and more over time until you basically have like half your life bar left. And by the end of parasites, you usually have, maybe, I don't know, maybe this much from about here to there you'll have on your rested bar. You won't even have a quarter of your rested bar left, and your health bar will be all the way down into here. It'll be red all the way up to there. Now, once you hit that 20th day and you take that 20th dose and you relieve your intestinal parasites, you get back all that health and stuff. But until then, you're pretty much hosed. Oh, shoot, I slept without water. That was not good. Luckily, I wasn't sleeping very long, so... Woo! But yes, I highly recommend not testing the parasites. Did he hit my bedroll too? Wait a second. Oh, he didn't hit the bedroll. Okay. I was thinking that wolf hit me, my bedroll, my clothing. I was like, that was like the greatest wolf ever. Last days are terrible. Last few days you have quarter stamina and no reading books. Yeah. You can't read books. You can't do any of that. Now, the one upside of intestinal parasites, there's one upside to intestinal parasites, and that is that you can sleep pretty much whenever you want, as long as you want. As long as you're a little bit tired, you can sleep. So those last few days, you can pass a little time, sleep 10 hours. Pass a little time, sleep 10 hours. So you can blow through those if you have enough food and water. That's the trick, is having the food and water and the medicine to sustain you over those last few days. That's why I highly recommend never, ever, ever finish off a mushroom tea in the early game. Always leave it at 0.01 and then just stash them somewhere. You can stash mushroom teas all around the world. And guess what? Those mushroom teas will then be your saving. You can just head to that spot and you can go ahead and get yourself saved. Now, Grandmother G does make a good point. If you do get intestinal parasites from, say, eating a bear, from then on, you can eat as much bear meat as you want. Because guess what? You can't get it again. You can't get intestinal parasites twice. So once you have it, you might as well just eat the rest of the bear because you now have intestinal parasites and there's nothing that eating more bear will do to you. So eat up all the bear and wolves after you get it. And sometimes it's a strategy. If you know you have the medicine and the water and the fire already, if you know you have that stuff already, you could eat the bear fully expecting to get intestinal parasites and then just stave it off for 20 days and just kind of roam around. I've done that before, like in Pleasant Valley, where like I was starving to death. I'd used up all the food in the area. It's like, well, I'm gonna kill the bear. I've got plenty of teas and medicine. I'm gonna kill the bear. I'm gonna eat him. And if I get intestinal parasites, I get intestinal parasites. It's better than starving. And so if you have no other option, yeah, it's better than starving. But if you have the option, I'd say don't do it. I'd say don't risk it. It's not worth risking. You can get them once you're cured again. Yes, Honora, you can get them once you are cured. So you do have to watch out for that. Oh my God, look at the time. We have got to wrap up the Long Dark today, boys and girls. My torch just went out too. That sucks. We need to wrap up the Long Dark today. So, when we join this character again on Friday, because Thursday is Zombie Day, when we join this character again on Friday, we're going to be heading back to Coastal Highway with all of our arrowheads. We're going to be crafting up a bunch of arrows. We have our backup knife and hatchet made now for when we run out of whetstones. We've got a lot of stuff going on for us. We're on day... What are we on now? We are on day 117, so we're doing really good. But now we're going to switch over. We're going to play a little Planet Crafter. We have a world going in Planet Crafter right now that I'm super excited to get back into. We are... it's the 22nd of May here already. It is... Oh, so it's the 22nd there already? Really? Really? And I'm going to go take a short little potty break, so I'll be back in 2 and 2 on the YouTube side with Planet Crafter. We'll be back on Friday with more Long Dark, but we're going to get back into Planet Crafter right now. Why is it saying it can't sync it? I always hate it when it does that. Oh, it says it's up to date. Play. Steam was unable to sync Planet Crafter saves with Steam saves. You may not have previous games save game progress. You may permanently lose. I don't care. Do whatever you gotta do, game. We may have to start a new game. Who knows? But I'll be right back on the YouTube side. For those of you here on Twitch, we're gonna keep going. So, YouTubers,